Here's another new feature of Java 7 that isn't earth-shattering, but can save you some time. Long numeric literals can be hard to read in your code. To demonstrate this, I'll start in this class named Numeric Literal Demo. Within the main method, I'll declare an integer value named number of olives and set it to 1,000,000. I'll use the digits 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Now this code is certainly correct, and if I try to do something with this numeric value, it'll work. But here's the challenge. I'll save and close this class, and now let's imagine a week going by, and then I'll come back and I'll open the class again, and I'll stare at this number and think, I'm not quite sure how much that is, and I'll have to manually count backward to see that there are 9 zeros, and therefore it's 1,000,000. Up through Java 6, that was what you had to do. But in Java 7, you can now add underscores as thousand separators or for any other annotation you want to use in your numeric literals. So once again, I'll start at the back of the value, and then I'll count forward, adding an underscore before each set of 3 digits. And now I can glance at that value and know exactly how much it is. But to demonstrate that it's still seen by the Java compiler as a numeric literal and not as a string or any other data type, I'll add a little bit more code. I'll start with an instance of the number format class. I'll type in the class and then press Control Space and choose the class number format from the java.txt package. That adds the import. And I'll name this variable formatter. And I'll instantiate it using a static method of the number format class named getInstance. Notice there are other available static methods, such as getCurrencyInstance and getIntegerInstance. And there are variations that let you do internationalization using locales. But I'll keep this simple. I'll just use the getInstance method, which will output a numeric value and add thousand separators based on the default locale. Now, I'll output that value and use the formatter. I'm going to use the old reliable system.out.println. But now, whenever I want to output something to the console, I'll use a code template that's already defined in Eclipse named sysout. It's spelled S-Y-S-O-U-T. I'll type in the code template abbreviation and then press Control Space, and that expands to the full command. Now, I'll use the formatter and call its format method, and I'll pass in number of olives. I'll save and I'll run the code, and I'll see in the console that I'm outputting the numeric value and I'm getting commas as separators instead of underscores. So the underscores are essentially ignored by the compiler. The compiler doesn't need those underscores to know that that's 1,000,000, but adding them makes it easier for the human eye, that's us the programmers, to look at and parse the value very quickly. Throughout the compilation and running of the application, it's still treated as a primitive numeric value, which can be formatted, on which you can execute various mathematical operations, or apply formatting using the number format class.